Okay, this is going to be my week 2 learning reflection. So the first question is, what was the most memorable or something that stood out to you during week 2? And that was definitely reading about the different students. The student I read about had a harder time understanding English simply because that was her second language. And reading her description, I thought she would be someone who didn't understand English, but she actually was really good at communicating back and forth with someone and also understanding. So the idea of ELLs I had after that video changed. Number 2, what did you perceive to be the major purpose of content and language objectives in a lesson plan? So writing ours right now, our 2 words that we have to focus on are the word water and bathroom. So just from that experience, I think the major purpose of content is just helping students be familiar with the English language. A lot of times they have ideas in their head, they just don't know how to make it out into English. So giving them categories, topics, and activities to help them hear the language is definitely one of the most important objectives. And then from my other lesson plan components, something I consider to be very essential is just understanding spoken sentences and understanding what vocabulary is. And then the third question, what stood out to me in regards to technology? So one thing I've learned with making a lesson plan, and again, this is just from my experience, technology can serve as something that's very helpful, but sometimes it's not necessarily useful, especially if we did have the opportunity to go down to Mexico. I think having that in-person relational experience with students would be a lot more important than saying, hey, here's your tablet, learn English, because it's not as personal, and sometimes they do not have resources like that. So it's definitely a good tool, but there are other ways to make learning more impactful. And then I did do a quick search online, and I found 2 great ideas and games for students to use to help with understanding and learning English better. And the first game I have is something called Guess the Word. So this is basically a way for students to practice reading, spelling, and vocabulary, trying to fit a word into a sentence that would sound the best. This helps them with phonemic awareness and sentence structure. And then another game I found is going to be ESL Guess Who, and this is basically going to give students pictures of like a baker or a bus driver or a teacher or something like that, and they have to pair adjectives to those specific workers. So that kind of helps them understand vocabulary words, adjectives, and also different roles we have in society. All right, thank you.